John Mahama promised, he delivered. And it's ended. The dollar in less than 4 months, it has dropped from 16 to 13. It shows you say this is a government deliver. John Mahama shebwa odiso. And it's now said Debiano Ujidi say the opeso obey. In fact, John Mahama is really with 56 ministers, not 58.
Dollars ko from. And so maybe say dokuno number 1 CD. Adena cement border sujina 130 ni 150. Eniyama mu ayedin, niyama boa yedin ankasa. Electricity na yatum no ye betiswa na. Say the pounds ni e kofom no. Ye bisamu. Eniyama no a mututu mu no, mu betiswa na.
Sa dollar depreciation and yes. Unse dollar the kana all the foreign currencies, you know. E kana. E koso we are safe for 9 no. I'm say Ghana they as usual normal. I'm for the bay is buying by as a matter of fact and buying by us. Yes, we have to take advantage of it. But sa enyama we ubi a follow news no. We say sa trade wars and tariff ne Donald Trump. At the end of Nyamias said this time no aboa a depreciate dollar no all over the world.
And then I cost one my wim de pa na ekoso. Wo te wase MPP bebe power na eche. We why na ekatira. Me nye in this ni, me nye MPP ni but baby no kora na da no o se yeka. MPP bebe power na eche. Ne ya nyu obi o ya blogger. Asem a region we beka anati bibi eto region we a ye benye nipa bi a blogger bi o ba betena social media no so edu o matem. Obera onti Ghana ha no onim ne ekoso. Na efi bi wo ho wonte fie ni mu a na wonte dan ni wonte fie ni inside a e de no hunu fidie wo ho gese ayatesem ye na ye timuru ene ye hunu ne ekọ ye hunu hawa na ma na ye fam atem bi ntimi se obi adwene o NDC an ye wonto to yie an tenetene ne ma mfa nsi na kwan so a mu ye mistake for good years mu be lose.
Kevin Taylor abusiafo wanya amane. Kevin Taylor amane hunu abusiafo. Kevin Taylor say President John Dramani Mahama wanya 120 days in power enunti no wo yeden wo bonabaso e wo noma bi a wa yeden wo achieve wo bonabaso say wa ya de papa chese wo boduma ankasa ene wo bobbo noma bebre so a President John Dramani Mahama waya e kire se wa bo adwuma enu na abusuafo Milinash Kofi Nyarko ene Asibi Tanko se abusua abasubo we die me se entiasie bia enim because President John Dramani Mahama wo betena so 120 days nie no yehu se bibia eden bibia koso se mo se dala no ana ate aba foma dala na ate aba fom no eye reason binti ana busua yehu se dala no ayeden ate aba fom eye Donald Trump nhihye bia wo yeden wo hyehyeye ana ama dala no ayeden ate aba fom taxes a odi ato amama bi so no abusua say ama enoma enko US ana enoma so nyeden enfri US enko amama so eno na ama dala no abusua etiba form no na nya Ghana cedi no kwa na abusuafo che say ehwe dala no na emomu no other currencies so yeden ehwe dala no ankasa abusua ebi mu so busa Kevin Taylor say dala na atiaba fom no yehu se Ghana hanum so yetete no maso lorry fare yetete so fuel yetete so enuane yetete so yehu se bibisa yeden bibisa ekoso eno na Asibi Tanko nso se President John Dramani Mahama hweyo enye sa NDC for 4 years pe ana mobeden mobetna power because tama na MPP wo honum na yehu dumso na dumso bia nyeden eni honum muba ya pe dumso aba dumso asha ase achese ye dum no ni eso e ko ne sen ene ba ne sen ebusua mumien ko video num na no hye.
Now let's look at NDC. First 120 days. John Mahama, Ediana Waye. In fact, said your bois, the Abekan, your bois, no akabotako now show so. No, I can say, in some way, I can know. Kevin Taylor bois, NDC for bois, never can the no credit share. I keep telling you, we will never have a perfect government. But what we are seeing here, what the NDC is doing, what John Mahama is doing, it is next to perfect. That is why we are happy and we are comfortable with this government. Now, nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. John Mahama Shebo say Oba power the first 14 days no Oba nominate the cabinet. John Mahama delivered. 2. Constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days in office. In less than 90 days, John Mahama to me put it together the smallest, the leanest government. And then I can say John Mahama is still serving, or is still ruling, or is still governing. Very important word, governing, with 58 ministers. But Okase or the 16 ebeye. Now John Mahama has even dropped to 58. It shows to say in some kind of position or deliver an said establish a robust code of conduct and standard for all government officials. John Mahama yesterday launched the code of conduct. A book and I say conduct and ethics about na appointees senya ejuma omoye no embrabe da ho ombe ejuma no. John Mahama deliver and also deliver. He has delivered. These are the things or promise in opposition say in the first 120 days in obey, and all these things he has done it. This is why you need to keep the NPP out of power. This is why the NDC needs to rule for a very long time, because I'm kind of crazy. Number 4, hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. John Mahama, about power in less than 3 months, in less than 120 days, in less than 90 days, or to me put together a national economic dialogue. And then I'm organizing what we need to do to save our economy. And no best brains when it comes to economic dialogue. Economy came together to give the government their piece of suggestion. The government took it in good faith. John Mahama promised, he delivered. And it's ended the dollar in less than 4 months, it has dropped from 16 to 13. It shows you say this is a government deliver. John Mahama Shebwa Odiso. And it's now said Debiano Ujidi say the opeso obey. In fact, John Mahama is ruling with 56 ministers, not 58. Now, point 5. Ediana John Mahama Kaya or say, within my first 90 days in office, scrap the flowing draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business. E-levy, COVID levy, 10% levy on bet winnings, and emission levy. John Mahama said the first 90 days, first 3 months, obey e-levy. Okay, so obey COVID-19 levy. Okay, so obey a 10% levy on bet and a bet tax. And okay, so obey emission tax. In 90 days, John Mahama, you win if you ho. This is the delivery. I can wasem. This is no krena John Mahama. First 90 days, the okay, so obey no. Sa nyumba we in 90 days, in 3 months. John Mahama opposition or share within my first 90 days in office, review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. Time of opposition say so in the first 90 days the obey say equipment are importing sebio agriculture jumano obe review taxes and so send your general taxes and them no kind John Mahama manayemra ya share taxes general equipment so tractor any equipment juma ma ekuayo ekoso no John Mahama shebo opposition so oba nyoma send ye yin report no obete so and them no say John Mahama in 90 days no less than that wa share samra no ma yate so John Mahama shebo NDC ya shebo omodi so aban papa aba aban we na also do any to omo so John Mahama aban we eka no kore. Now, there no kind be ma ebobe no share with this so. John Mahama said, commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for implementation of 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president. And the Menoka say the team that is supposed to sit and make sure they draft a solid policy that will guide the 24-hour economy, no? And that team has been launched. John Mahama within 90 days, 120 days. John Mahama, Adioka say obey about 24-hour economy. Sesiano, it is in progress. Almost started. This is a president who speaks truth. me see the ose eboa no ochina ombra the shows no make say John Mahama boa onyeye Ghana for we ni asempa no we ni nokre no now dey na John Mahama kan ya waya sebio omo person be kan nokra kire mu. This is what, or these are some of the things wasa ediso we ni John Mahama ye or say establish an accelerated export development council, that's the AEDC, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Okay, so obe establish an accelerated export development council. Send be ye nyoma ye no krum ha no ye kotona bruchira. Okay, so obe ti ye ekua ebehwe so na omani akọ ho send be ye betumi produce more na sebe osanyoma no ye betumi eden aton wa bruchiri. Ono aka say sa ye AEDC we ono na betena pono no so ono na de ni behwe ono na sebio obeye chairman or catch say ono na obenya special attention to make sure this works. And then me no ka say John Dramani Mahama why establish it and neni wo ho say ekuafo ene nyoma ye dua do krom ha ye pese ebi ebusu aye ton no abrochiri no ono na mama neni akọ ho say de be ya ye export no ebe exceed ye import eba sana ye benya sika as oman na ye so ye de aboman ho bra. John Mahama shebo we John Mahama aye. Now, convene a national consultative conference on education to build consensus on needed improvement to the sector. John Mahama by in less than 90 days and organizing Ghana for nyina ahemfo ekuafo soldier for police for educationists eye omo amako school omo teachers odo mu nyina kwotena ase and ye nyina adwene sene ebe ya eye Ghana adesua no ye betumi ehu sene ye betenetene no ene ntina ende ohwe school for aduane ya ejina ne na so sene ye bebesi schools ni bia ka ho sene infrastructure sene school curriculum no eye we nyina eye ade a John Mahama share opposition a me no ka say in 90 days ya na okase obeye no John Mahama ebo a wo share no we di sa ebo no so. Now oba eye bibi to say implement the no academic fee policy for all first year students in public tertiary institutions. Now I'll say universities, college of education, nursing training institution and etc. John Mahama wo position no okase so ba enkwara moko tertiary institutions eye aban institutions to say nursing colleges eye aban dia eye teacher training eye aban dia eye bibi to say university eye aban dia eye polytechnics eye aban dia. John Mahama shebo position said the first 90 days no or the mbrabeba enkwara moko eye tertiary institution eye aban dia no obi a first year on tiateku ende mbra no wahye ema ende enkwara wo school obi antiateku. John Mahama shebo John Mahama near to nchia and John Mahama ediso. This is what we call a government that is working for you. Me pese obi weka say yeboa na John Mahama nyeye de ebo bia wahye bia no ye dwudwam we na kire se aban we aban pa eba abeden ebeji Ghana edi no kure edi ne mra so. Now over the other part ene nyoma why in less than 90 days ebinie introduce the following social interventions: free tertiary education for persons with disability, the Ghana Medical Care Trust. Odinkan share your bottom and onya power and say the 2 minimana obebi be friend the Ghana Care Trust, Mahama Case, and the meno kasi alanche or the first 6 months salary or the gum or say a year appointee bia or wa ba mu bia no almost first month salary no waje e de akoto a year Mahama Case no e ye foto a watia to wa sebio yare kwankro a echire Ghana for so ekunipa or say a yadia e dana koma so ne maame ne papa yare ebo mu a eyesikasem nti omo ntumi answer sa yare no yare ne bi wo ha sebio ebo wa udi beko wuom na ebe hia se ebe so ano yebe brabra no John Mahama ate foto se ne be ya eye MPP chairman a owo brekum sebio sekokuram anase ne kidi yare eba saa nipa no we nya sika yede saa foto we sika no ebe hwe no John Mahama shebo ende me no ka sei saa ebo na John Mahama she no waye den we di so osa shebo se eye sebio ye ne no mo aka people with disability omo person omo tertiary institution no or say or create eye bibi e friend no free tertiary eye tuition and education for ye nuanem omo aka people with disability ende me no kan ayemra se obi no waka na okọ tertiary institution okọ university polytechnic aban ebefa eyede education no ehwo kakakra na aban so aso omo asene. This is what John Mahama eshebo ewo position in first 3 months. John Mahama ayede with this idea we suma ende abaye mra Ghana for na sebio ye di hu de we na kire aban papa we na kire president onim nyansa sebio oba se obechekire man ebi any commends the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary education secondary schools. John Mahama opposition or shebo or the first 90 days no obe pass mra ye nuanom emma omo GSS to SS obia every month aban be supply sanitary pad emom de siesie omo mama ye masima sebio omo ho beti omo sebio ombenya confidence no as women sebio there ya dini ye nyina ko GSS se oba be wo GSS akora be wo GSS na webu ni nsa na sebio bibi nti onni sika o de beto pad owo SS na sebio senia emane de ma no so obeba nipem sebio manu susumina so ebi mu ho a omu ntimi sebio NCC omu ye nti na ama enka aba omu ho saa nyome nyina ne Mahama ne Professor Nano Poko Adjuma adwene wenhu se ebe hia se aban ebe che sanitary part e de ama nkwara se ne be ya SS ene GSS fo no sebio aban so betuma so omasene na bosumi bia no aban be ma omo sanitary pad a omo de be den omo de be bo omo ho bra into these are things that John Mahama e kan ya and the menoka say John Dramani Mahama ediso ema sebio wamano abede ama na abembra. These are very important things that also Ghana fo nyina yeti ase aban na ba ema aban no edi dwuma
pounds ne de nyame adom ekofom o euros kofom dollars kofom enso bibisa se dokuno na ba 1 cedi adena cement boda so gina 130 ne 150 eniema mu ayedin niema boa yedin ankasa electricity na yatum no ye beteso na said the pounds ni e kofom no ye bisamu o ye bisamu eniema no a mututu mu no mu beteso na lorry fare no mu beteso petrol na mutu mu no sese mu beteso na Mahama ye mind the ububi
so dollar depreciation and yes unse dollar the kind all the foreign currencies you know kind cost so we are safe for na nyina no ama unse Ghana they as usual normal am for the be is buying by as a matter of fact nya buying by as yes we have to take advantage of it but sa enema we nyina no obi a follow news no unse sa trade wars and tariff ne Donald Trump it end nyame answer said this time no aboa a depreciate dollar no all over the world when you can global no na na can maybe say global crisis no say can ba ko a can't say America no ma can oman nyina and I can western world na can na ye can another time na mo say won ti ase bi na ye kosi na wo say buy no o hwe cement a ton bibia a ton a ente so grofo can say a lorry fare so ya ti fuel so yes fuel prices ye hampu omo ka kire say fuel prices no say fuel no ne some of bia gas na no na electricity and electricity covid ne buy no ye ha ye cost ro pa itu agese ba almost so sisi ano almost so hwe kakransa anza no almost be a prices no be o ho amaye e wo me Canada na ye man Ghana and as the prices of goods na so ntie no sisi so tariff yi buy no e come here say no mo ye documentary bi we I think it's Sky News okay chefs o supermarkets bi o UK so o chefs no niema a se ba no niema no bibiri na ma enti bibiri empty so on tell us answer there will be scarcity of goods so scarcity of goods ba a cost prices so rise enti ye man Ghana ye so niema nyina ye import no ne also ko China no ne ade tariff ne ba no it is so many goods to China almost so enye go import and America no so no enema bibiri wo ho a esenke free baby ba entimi call mining the scarcity ni bi no so enti sisi amatesa nkrofo sa Ghana yente niam so enye so easy sa it is our tariff way it has its advantages and disadvantages na come yen ke ye de dollar ni niam di dwa wa Africa no na wo hwe Nigeria no na manfo bo Nigeria government so bo say sisi naira to the dollar na so atete sa Ghana maka say global it get enema so but government so say o hwe niam kakra say obetimi reduce some prices your government na regulating na fuel dey automatic because crude oil na cost wa any ye it ka obi be gas ka fuel be ba no nka car for nso nti lorry fare so and two e also say car na nye fuel nko anom the power you even though fuel no play major role but spare parts na so ne ade no and e ubisa omo aye businesses na so anema bi o ha said the Bianca, Omuko no, I think prices in the suti, shipping cost, and so still the prices are the same. It is also at the auto spare parts. So, it and near my be a local food here, I produce to say Banchini, a honey man, near man, dear. Say the car and the organ and the coffer. I think say a honor, it be a bit my baby. But as it is now, no dear, we have to take advantage of the tariff now. Ama dollar no, echo for my Minkagana, you see the negotiation. Where it's not the time to rejoice and say, my papa now. No, a situation. If you ask your global way, a happy or baby, now a fun financial near ma, by all Miss Crab account. Tis our tariff no near my near man echo. It won't steady near Chokwaya, I also take advantage of it. I bet me a boy, say, you be rejoicing, I could you be at them, and a dollar could do see, I see. Global crisis now, a community, all over the world will be ultimate reduce. You can check dollar to naira, dollar to silver, dollar to see. Won't say a depreciation of baby. Until say be a near my to come to see idea. A depreciation one ever call down crime more. Account. So I tell you, Donald Trump a cofaban. But almost no omunyan easy. Because it's going to affect American economy. The empire never go America, economy who can. Ya na yet be there can be can in ti e bon pan so mo streamlining near my ye na enema ntimi sisi so na at least economy bia nye stable na ye nya ahotom franco e ba say de ekoyi no enya de e hyeda e papa sa ehu no in the sense bia so te ba say de me kire ho no say enya scarcity of goods nso a Ghana de e be suffer more scarcity na say Europe akra last time me call shop Albertine some of e bi o ha enema bi o ha ye to a ebu o ho abeko na ni nyina scarce we be shelves no na san ko bi so ma say small we be na buy the two asan say scarcity bar and my prices is so so it in ye mompa say nema enye yi but say dey so te no yes e good enema bi o ho dia locally no ye betumi ayi bibia fa ho ba nema ye import no nema ndie I just say bia economy kakra I hope say stay ya economy mu a bia yeah ready abeko.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama Silmusri Jata or Tijata Womaso, Bema Banono. Tie, I was say, ye cannot quite chere. Ewo, a marry him. She, a bra, Oman Penny, a say ya, ye de Ghana send and say, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, but you would de Ghana go and a biddy witch. Sad Beranum and a doom so sassy. And then I coso a my room, dear pan a coso. Oh, to say, MPP baby power nature. We, why like a catcher? Me in this me MPP ni, but we are no corner down or see a can. MPP baby power nature. Nay, I knew will be or ya blogger. As someone reaching will becca, and that be a to region we are. You bring your nipper beer, blogger do about better social media so a duo matem. Bra on Tigana ha no onim ne ekoso na efie bi wo ho wonte fie no a na wonte dan wonte fie inside e de no wo hunu fie wo gese ayatesem ye na ye timu ene ye hunu ne ekọ ye hunu hawa na ma na ye fam atem de ntimi se obi adwene o NDC anye won to yie an tenetene ne ma mfa nsi na kwan so a mudi mo ye mistake 4 good years mo be lose. Muye mistake 4 years na so amoba lose ene ede abufu be se mu a ama we anhwe ne yi a ede ntokwa beba ono na binimo sase a me kana no kore ebinimo sase wo social media nwa ataka santefo no ama ataka santefo no mesi John Dramani Mahama Excellency Silmusri Jata Tijata Mumaso I was so young to 2 years. Sad doom so we know. Ne a wahefa. Adam Brana MPP was on any ho, ne wahefa. I didn't tell a sassy, 1 minute sassy or my sad way. I was saying 1 night sassy, you doom light, no, rough, no, you to me, a who side a chill, and you see pine. You so more doom look out. Omo doom so just 2 minutes, 3 minutes, no more doom. A new reason Any aibia. Any nyina what do like just 3 minutes what so 2 minutes what do 3 minutes what so 5 minutes what do 3 minutes what so wo ka ye be obi a obet block no otie buruchire be di atem be di Ghana for them na wo do Mahama hye no obi no obi one kokorometi ba ko ntimi man nipa bi enwini o nye mo nko anto aba Mahama nye mo nko a ene moto aba ma John Dramani Mahama nye mo nko a eye ne dudu a ye to aba ma no ye kan dudu o ye nka kokorometi na we jere se wo ko betime di atema obi esesa obi adwene so nto aba ma obi ndc eye mistake 4 years mo be lose John Dramani meka sa se me kire Kufota, my men fan feel a live mama, offer slim, or but ye vice 4 good years. North one to men she. Islam one to men ye at the beer, would you be ye and Kaya be said? Ye were factory do, you were company do, and was be one to men she. I was a kind of creature. The same thing, Kufo Frisono, you would a Kufo Frisono, and you would a Tames Bayano. John Dramani Mahama Excellency Sirimushiri Jata, over here vice for 4 years, president for 4 years. Montime ye bibi papa bia ma ye sirim for. Montime ye fat company bi wo ho, and sase so na egu ho no. Abra mo betime be ye dam akese e wo ho. Na mo be bie ntos factory e wo ho. Mo bie factory wo jene. Montime ye hwe. But when we be vice for 8 years, Montime ye hwe amma ye ntafo. Da bia ye nko so mfa ka nko man for ma so. Ye kodi pa. Abransa ase ne gugu ho. Nyese wo de ye bibia anya yi. Watermelon nko a betimi chichire sirem. Watermelon nko betimi chichire sirem. Entoso nko a betimi chichire sirem. Jene nko betimi chichire sirem. Nyame wotirimpo bia odi obi akwatena babi o. Momo ka ho. Ye leaders na moka ho 8 years ene ye wura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia asi for me John Dramani was aba 4 years was aba me asema ye kan o de faka ba bi nsonka se mama ye mistake no wa anya biribi masire ma endiso mo ba lusu ye beto tiamo mo ba lusu ye do no region ye beto aba na tiamo mo be lusu because ya bre awoti mo ye bilibi se fertilizer mpo ye de do aburo ehotimi ye de na wasirem wonye binto na 1 person asesa ni na gugu ni dem because of money 1 person wants to send na gugu dem abra mo betimi be dam akese e de agu ho Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say no or the dictator sa no see from jail ho. Entafo na mo app iso ho mo ta TikTok app iso no e ma mo mfa woni bre nkata ka santefo mo nyima ya attack yen kan anokore kire yen panyimfo no mo ma yen kan anokore kire yen panyimfo no siremfo bi no mo ye nipa bi akese onye ye man kakra bi no de kana no ane nure fidechi ne nure fidechi kura on kai ba bi ofiri ba ye ho ese papa sirem ho ese ho den ho titra ho ese because ye hia mwa ye hia mwa mo yen me se jo ma me srawo excellency me sada me sayem embetra ma wo bran so ma wo nsansi fom na siremfo ye da so te sa 1 + 1 0 nemu ensi fom abra ye da so te ho ye da so te be yete from Bogu to Tamale, from where to Tamale, Shansasi a go. Mo be Jenny Fatrick Buoa, mo be to be Jenny Fatrick, see a bit for nipper 1 million. Untos in Jenny Nkwa. What a million put a yen Kakraka crank. Near what ye damn well laid dams I can see a go. A mumpa ye bit him done with ceremonial home. Kagana moon cram or bioma da. So one year for Woko casting his hand, Catania, your blogger be on no table to chill and from a papa fano. From a papa fano, free gun, how what in a bridge from a papa foul honor, our who told. Was on a papa breakfast and son with piano. Now who did the attempt? ne nuanom siremfo ne binom wo social media ne so a mo bon say ye mo hunu ne ba bi say efiri ba na ho odene monya santefo na mo attack wo mo no monje yewura nana otumfo metucha ma monye sanse muhunu no no ye mo hwe onye mo president oye odone moa na odosiremfo na santefo no edosiremfo mo boa yen adentia na mo masire mo hoye sisa wo ka ene yempe yebesanye wo nnuane mo ntafo bi se yago nipa koro no yem teni na ka tanti mo nko bono enam so no so nwene nko atire no wo hwe nipa koro se yakoko bono wo firi buru nipa be pem sa abere wo duri hene mo masire mo ensesa na emfa na to pamfra Ibrahim Touaritimi the 2 years at dane Burkina 2 good years at dane Burkina Sirem vice president 2 mimi ni fie no what me mfa sa Aliu mama ne ba onua 8 good years vice president don't remind 4 years for vice 4 years for president another 4 years for president wo ye den de na wo ye I was a bibi ekoso bibi papa I was a this year now no big serem ti fa to ma pafra obia boba firi soro ba obia de nsa guniti wo obia de nsa guniti Ghana se me say don't remind Mahama wa ma serema mfa to ma pamfra na osi fom a ye ni sei ba ko abo ye ni ba ko abo ebeka ba ko no se nyame ya adom na ba ko no mo boka ho asa e be dane ni frafo entem twem aye mo ba ko nka ho
wo obusia ene Kofi Asibi Tanko Milinash Kofi Nyarko ana obusiafo moti wo monka no ensemu yi edien announce wo ka fa ho comment section wo no na kire wa adwen e fa sansemu yi ho hanom skeleton man TV me see a top for more yet be bro it is way your first timer any abomodi subscribe me notification so click all no send a video bia ye de betumu no won so sabe kan wonye bia sure me da su bebre